Chris, I believe you're first.
Yes. Chris Walker. I have a unique kind of idea that you guys might think about doing once a quarter or whatever, however you see fit, is to have like a, I don't know if you remember like K2's town hall events where like not only would you get exposure with people in the room, but you get exposure to a televised Portland audience, you know, do a Q&A, just general questions about, because people don't really get to ask what they have on their minds, you know, in a wider variety of a forum that would help people maybe understand or bring to light some, oh, I never thought of that, or I never thought of it, you know, just bring together our minds in a better way and more transparency and openness, which I know we're all striving for after this third thing, so, I mean after the salary thing, but that's just a thought that I had, and I don't know how we act on that, but it just was something that came into my head as we're talking about transparency and openness. And then second of all, I was thinking about a great presentation on the bus service here on the west side, and I'm glad we're thinking about extending it. I know that sometimes I have a problem later at night because the 48 only runs to like 7 or 8 o'clock at night from sunset. Sometimes on the weekends 9, a little after 9, but I know that sometimes people have a hard time getting directly home to their destination after a long day, and I was just thinking it might be good to consider adding service later at night. I know that's a bus ridership thing, but it just was, if people knew about it, again, a communications thing, and you know, maybe they'd use it more. So.
Thank you for your comments. By the way, I think we agree that informal settings are often a whole lot better for having dialogues. That's why I'm hoping Opal, for example, and our finance folks can sit down and actually go through things, get some of those things, questions answered. So thank you for your comments.
I'm Paulette Rossi. My first trip on TriMet, September 27, 1971, was on a bus that TriMet had adopted from Rose City Transit. It was red and white on the outside, and on the inside it had sky blue ceiling with little white stars on it. No, I did not think I had boarded the chariot to heaven, because when I sat down on the dark brown crack, now the high C, it bottomed out to hell. But that bus got me where I needed to go on time and began a million-mile journey on the TriMet system. When you ride the bus as much as I do, you begin to see buses differently than their make and model. For years, I believed that the bus that came around the curve at Northeast 148th and Airport Way was a toy. Anatomically correct, but small enough to put in my backpack. And I believe that because the bus only ran 2.5 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon. So I thought the life-size driver picked it up and put it in a toy box. Then another operator looked in the box in the afternoon, thought it was cute, and put it back on the road. This September, when service went to full day, I actually have seen that the bus is a multi-ton, low-floor vehicle that has what it takes. It has rolled right out of Portland, cruised through Gresham, absorbed bus 82, and given us the scenic attraction of Bidford Lake. It has climbed effortlessly 28 speed bumps without ruffling a tush. This is the story of the little bus that could. The little bus that could say, "Happy birthday, Paulette," on April 30th at 6:09 a.m. at my stop on 148th and Airport Way, train 8736. Not only would you make a 60-year-old woman very happy, you would also show her that the L'Oreal commercial that was airing in 1971 when she first boarded TriMet was true. You are not getting older, you're getting better.
Thank you. Thank you both. All right, Alex Hawk, he's not here, right?
He left, but he kind of already
Last but
testified.
not least, Fred Nelligan. Thanks for waiting.
My pleasure. Good morning. My name is Fred Nelligan. Since 2010, I've represented the Oak Grove community of urbanized Clackamas County on the Citizen Advisory Committee for the Portland-Milwaukee Light Rail project. When I last spoke to you last June, my message was this: all is well in Clackamas County. Well, I was kind of off the mark on that one. But however, today I am here to tell you that despite the distant political rumblings coming out of Clackamas County, there continues to be a large portion of the county that is happy with the PMLR construction activities, happy with the coming prospects of light rail mass transit for our communities, happy that TriMet is holding its jurisdictional partners to the contractual agreements, and lastly, thrilled that thousands of hours invested by community leaders and volunteers is coming to fruition today as the PMLR project is built to the original designs. And now, as we are in the peak construction phase of this project, it is time to recommit ourselves. TriMet, Stacy and Whitbeck, jurisdictional partners, and community leaders to build this project fully without reducing the architectural and visual elements TriMet's design team and community leaders have developed over several years. In so many different ways, the communities of Milwaukee and urbanized Clackamas County have worked for years to make our section of this project a model of community involvement and community inclusivity. From the finished design treatments visible in downtown Milwaukee to the catenary poles, to the welded wire fencing along McLaughlin Boulevard and the trolley trail, the design team's focus and that of the communities has been to make something that stands out and shines for decades to come. Because realistically speaking, only the engineers and the designers are going to coo over a bridge pier, or a retaining wall, or a utility excavation, though all are very important. Rather, the public, the supporters of this project, and mass transit riders in general will be looking at the finished elements, the landscaping, the welded wire fencing, the pavers in the station area, the lighting, and on and on. These are all critical visual elements people will see every day that will ensure the success of this project long term, literally and politically. For to do anything less will give the naysayers more mud to sling about commitments not met, about I told you so's. And if I may speak broadly for all those volunteers and supporters in Milwaukee and Clackamas County, this project needs to be built as designed. It's the only way to ensure long-term success of the project and to ensure the acceptability of future light rail and mass transit projects yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your emails and kind of updates from your end too.
My pleasure.
Clips.
All right, that's it. Anything else? All right. Thank you all for coming this morning and joining me in Hillsborough.
Thank you for having us in, letting us in.